back everybody. So, if you've watched the previous video, or one of the previous videos, I'd done the console case swap on my N64 and also a Game Boy Color by buying some of these cheap cases off AliExpress. So because that had gone well, I thought I quite fancy doing another one, and because I kind of tested the water with them, I wanted to do a Dreamcast, because I've got two Dreamcasts, a PAL one and a Japanese one, and I kind of wanted to differentiate the two a bit more because they kind of look the same on the shelf, obviously just with a different colour swirl. I didn't want to mess around with my Japanese one because I've had it from new, you know, and there's no issues with it. So I had got the intermittent power fault on my PAL one. You know, it kept resetting itself randomly, as they do, common fault. So I thought I need to do the PSU upgrade. So while I'm doing it, I think I'll do a case swap as well. So, and it's in nice condition, don't get me wrong, but it has slightly yellowed a tiny bit. So I thought I'm going to change the PAL one. So that's what I'm going to do. I've bought another case off AliExpress, same seller, because you know the quality of the N64 and the Game Boy one was so good. And I've also bought a power supply kit as well, again off the same seller, I believe. And it's all sort of plug and play, no soldering. So it should be Dream PSU, that's what it's called. It should be plain sailing. And like I say, I've bought another console case, again same brand and seller, like I say. But of course, like I say, it was for the PAL Dreamcast, so there was only really one colour I thought I want to get, and it had to be Sega Blue, didn't it? So we're going to attempt to put, while we're doing this PSU upgrade, also do this case swap for a nice Sega Blue, and it's like transparent blue, so that should be nice. You do also get, with the kit, if I can open the bag, you do get a choice of badges for the top, depending if you want to brand it as a Japanese one or a PAL one. Obviously I'm going to be using the PAL one. So let's see how we get on, shall we? Again, the quality of the case does feel fantastic, just like the N64 and the Game Boy ones, so I don't think you can go wrong with these, if I'm honest. Fantastic bits of kit. It's a shame you can't get more consoles. I've looked at a GameCube one, which I'm a bit on the fence about that, because again, I've had my GameCube from new, and I don't really want to mess with that, if I'm honest. I want to keep that stock, I think, so I'm not going to touch that. And there's, you know, you can get an American Super Nintendo one, but again, I don't want to mess with mine. So I don't think, I'd love a Genesis one, because I've got a Mega Drive one, but I've been unable to find one of those so far, so I don't know why they don't do a Mega Drive case, but nevertheless, if one should appear, I would buy one to replace my Genesis, because that case is tattered. But I have ordered another Game Boy Color case, but I'm not going to go into that now. I'll save that for another video. So I'm going to be doing the Game Boy again, but it's not for anything wrong with it. It's fantastic, but I've just slight change of direction. So anyway, I'll stop talking, flip the camera around, and we'll put some footage of me attempting to change this up, and when we'll come back at the end, hopefully, and it'll all work. Right, so I think mow them off first. So I don't think you reinstall that, obviously, because you don't need it. It's just got a blanking piece, really. So screws out next. I think there are 1, 2, 3, 4 by the looks of it, is it? Maybe one under there. It's just a regular screwdriver. In fact, I think it does come with decent instructions actually. I think it does tell you, yeah, 4 screws on the bottom of the console. Just those 4 out. So that lift off now. I don't think I've ever taken a Dreamcast apart before. So we've got a disc in here. Schoolboy error. Take the disc out first. Right. I'll put that over there. Right. Power board then. What does this say next? 2 screws from the power supply. One, 2. Those 2 out. And the power switch connector, which must be that, I think. Very tightly packed. Right, that's out. Remove the power supply, it says. There's like some resistance there. What have we not done? On something this end. What? There we go. Oh, it's there. Pins in the board. It's madness, isn't it? Yeah, pins in the board there. You've got to kind of wiggle that front part out because there's pins poking through this connector. Kind of crazy. It's a fairly substantial board, and you're removing all that. That's like, unwanted. To be replaced by something so small. Madness. That's how technology moves forward, I guess. try and get the damn thing out of the packet. Right. Not sure what that is at the moment. And you're replacing it with that. I mean, there's nothing to it really. In comparison. You know, crazy. Anyway. Right, it says firmly push this new one onto the pins. Actually, if I'm changing the case, do I need to be doing this at the moment? I'm just wondering, should I change that first? I don't know. I'm certainly going to be putting the screw into the case. No, I think we need to pause the power supply fitting and move on to the case. Right. Now at this point, obviously the case comes with a blue controller port surround, but you could use your existing grey one. I don't know what the best option is really. I'm a bit two minds about that. You might need to speed the footage up here. Doesn't seem the stickiest, I've got to say, but hopefully when that dries properly it should clear up a bit. But there we go, one Sega Blue Dreamcast with a Dream PSU upgrade, which will hopefully solve my power supply issues. Obviously this kit comes with adapters for Europe, the US I believe. Yeah, oh no, that's not the US, is that Australia? More importantly for me, the UK. One power supply. Not the longest lead, as I whack the camera. There we go. Will it work? pretty good. So, what do you know? It worked! Nice blue Dreamcast. Crazy taxi. What more can you want? Once again, these shells are amazing. If you're interested, they are fantastic quality. Build of them's really nice. There's no sort of making them fit. They fit as good as the originals, I would say. Top quality products. Fantastic. The only thing it hasn't got, obviously, is the Sega logo there. I mean, I suppose you could put a sticker on if you wanted, but you know, it is what it is. Like I said, I was in two minds whether to use the grey surround for the joy controller ports. I ended up going with the blue. Kind of thought it looked better. I mean, you could change it. It's a bit of a faff, because for me it was a straightforward fit. It wasn't as easy as the N64, but only because when you were putting it back together, the surround for the controller ports and the actual board the controller ports are on, plus the fan surround are all loose, and you're trying to slide the board into the holes at the back of the case, as well as hold these other four things in position. That was the only faff I had. But it you know, it's not difficult. If you just persevere for a few minutes, you'll get there. It's easy. And that Dream PSU upgrade, fantastic, I've got to say. So easy. If you weren't doing the console swap, that's like a 5-minute job, honestly. And hopefully it solved all these intermittent rebooting problems that I had with this console. I mean, touch wood, so far it's not gone off, he says as it crashes, but no, it seems to have fixed the problem. And I like how it's just differentiated my original Japanese one into my PAL one now. You know, it kind of looks a bit more interesting, and obviously there's my N64. So it's kind of brightened it up a bit rather than being all kind of dull, because I just love bright colours. Surprise, surprise. Like I say, I'd love a Genesis one, but you can't get them, or at least not yet. So maybe one day. But yeah, big thumbs up from me for that Dreamcast case. You can get them in loads of different colours. I just wanted the Sega blue one. You can get them in other sort of smoke black and clear, and you know, like some of the original special edition Dreamcast, you can kind of get the same colours, but I wanted something a bit different. So I went for the blue. Sega, what more could you want? Let me know what you thought. Like I say, you can see my Game Boy there as well, actually, what I did. There's going to be another video on that. I've bought a screen for it now as well, but the screen I've bought doesn't really match the case, so I've bought another case to match the screen, so we'll see how we get on with that at some point. But anyway, let me know what you thought. Thanks for watching, and see you soon, all being well.